What's going on, y'all? So listen. So we are back again for another episode review of my boo. Okay, like this episode just really proved how much of a good man he really is. But we'll get on that. This is Queen Sugar season 4. I should say season 3, episode 2. Of their sojourn here. Okay. Let me just tell you something. They tried the life out of Vi this episode, and I was not here for it. And then to see the preview about what's gonna happen next week, when that bitch gonna tell her, girl, so you Hollywood's mama, right? So you gonna try by 2 weeks in a goddamn row. What the fuck is going on, Ava, I should say. Anyway, so let's just talk person by person. Let's start with Nova, okay? Because the episode starts off with her. She, gets the daily news. This is the company, the news company that she reports to. This is where she writes her article. And, she gets to be herself, at least she thought. And we know that a lot of Nova stuff is so politically charged, I guess you want to say, because it's talking about the injustices and talking about things that people are not trying to talk about. All right, the struggles that Black folks in certain type of communities go through, and it's very, she's an activist. There you go. She's woke as fuck. She's Black Lives Matter all the way, and so therefore she puts out these articles that reflect that she's true and true through and through who she is. And if she writes about it, that's because that's what she's living and that's what she's trying to do. And so I told y'all already last night that the conflict with her was going to be whether or not to do this book or to stay in her grassroots and do the stuff with the newspaper. So this episode was the deciding factor, some of the stuff that was going on about whether or not how to get her voice out there, whether or not she's going to be censored. And we saw some censorship going on in this episode when she gets her article, the article that she wrote about or she saw whatever about the kids that took a knee and everything. They basically called them disruptive and called them basically, some bunch of hoodlum ass kids that came up there starting some shit, doing the national anthem, and that wasn't even the case. Okay. And so she goes to her editor Steve and she's talking to him, and basically he's telling her, she was like, why is my stuff looking like watered down and somebody done fixed it over? This is not the copy that I gave you. Yeah, I know, but since your last piece and all this stuff, a lot of the critics, are, this is working in favor for the critics because it's taken away from our advertisement dollars, and you're a little bit too politically incensed and too politically charged and all this stuff, and basically telling her that she doing too goddamn much and it's all about the money for the company. And she was like, since the fuck when it's been about that, all right? And her whole thing is, should she just give in to this and do what he say or stay true to herself? She talks to her homegirls. Baby, they was up in that kitchen picking them fresh herbs and vegetables. I said, since a bitch been up on her little diet kick, okay, and I ain't even on no diet. It's just that I'm eating right, I'm eating more vegetables, I'm eating more fruits, and, discovering a world that these motherfuckers ain't really that bad. They good as shit, especially if you cook them right. And I was just looking at that like, oh, that is so beautiful. It was like a cornucopia of a whole bunch of fucking, I gotta stop cursing, a whole bunch of fruits and, not fruits, but vegetables and fresh herbs. It was just so fresh. Because sometimes you go to the store and the shit don't really be looking like that. So that shit just came right out the garden. That's one of the things that stood out to me for some reason in this whole episode. It was just so fresh. But anyway, she was having girl time with her girls. They, picking the herbs and stuff like that. And she's just discussing her feelings about what's been going on with the editing at the job. She's thinking about quitting and maybe doing a book. And, they're giving different points of views of whether or not she should do it. Well, if you do this, well, this is going to go against what you feel. How you going to go ahead and do a book when you don't even know what the book's going to sell? You need a steady income. You need this, you need that. Until one girl, and they wasn't giving it to her in a judgmental or a negative way. They literally was just being homegirls and pointing out the facts of things and letting her hear it. But then at the end of the day, like one of the girls reassured her, regardless of what you do, we're here for you no matter what. And I said, bitch, them real fucking friends like that. Friends will bring up the shit to you. And then at the end of the day, Bitch, I'm gonna be there for you, whatever. Even if you fall, even if I told you, bitch, not to do that, and you fall flat on your face, I'm still be there to help you up, okay? That's friends. I like that little homegirl saying. We need more positive. This is why I love this show, because, it's giving the real, but it's that positive energy around it, too. But anyway, she was thinking at one point, and we see Nova seeing a whole bunch of things that's happening around her that's giving her, pushing her in one direction and then pushing her in another direction. And then we saw she was leaning more so towards, she saw her little article that she was writing last season about race and Trump's America and stuff like that we seen her writing last season on that laptop. And then, she was being pushed to go back to the actual daily news and go ahead and fall in line with what he was saying, Steve. And then the whole situation that happened at the grocery store with Vi kind of like pushed her around and just said, bitch, let me go do my own route and speak on the shit that I need to speak on. And so she went over there because at first she had called them and told the secretary or whoever to let Steve know that, yeah, I'm gonna be back, I'll do what you need to do and all this shit. And then she get into Steve's office and he was like, I'm so glad that you reconsidered. She was like, not so fast. She put that envelope on his desk, which was her letter of resignation, and she said, boop, you lost a good thing, the best thing that you probably had at that fucking thing place, okay? Oh my god, I gotta stop cursing so much. I gotta stop cursing so much. Like, some videos don't really require all that, but I just can't help it. It's a daily struggle. I'm trying to get better, but it is what it is. So moving on from that, Micah, his whole dilemma is that he wants to go to a public school. He wants to go to a public school because he feels more free. He feels more so like himself. Okay. He's like the scene at the end, he was talking to Davis and trying to get his opinion on it. But like David said, you're gonna have to talk to your mama and tell her what it is. Because he had his little facts. He was like, a lot of kids, most of the kids that come from inner city schools or whatever, public schools, they the ones that go on to be in these big Ivy League colleges and stuff like that. And it was like, well, you're gonna have to make your case to your mom, okay? And at first he tried to do it, and Charlie is Charlie. She's uptight. She's about image. She's about all of that still to this day. And she just wasn't trying to hear it. But then later on in the episode, she came into the video, got leaked about Orson and all that. And Davis had confronted her and asked her, did she, leak the video and the consequences of what it may cause to Micah if he sees it. Is it a little bit too much? All this stuff. She was like, I'm just tired of us having to be the one to accept the bullshit and to lay down first and to say everything is okay. Because he got charged, well, not necessarily charged, but they calling for him to be terminated. And it's a big uproar like they always do, and nothing really happened with these cops. It'd be like 100 cases, and about out of 100 cases, maybe 2 of them actually get the discipline or close to the discipline that they deserve. You know what I'm saying? So it's like whatever up in the air. And I guess this conversation kind of changed her opinion on something because she wanted to go talk to Micah to see if he seen the video, which Micah had seen the video. Okay. And she comes into Micah's room. And Micah new thing right about now is photography. He's catching everything. And when you can just capture people in their natural state, in their natural moment of feelings and emotions and stuff like that, that's beautiful. The simplest photo can speak 1,000 words, okay? And she sees that in his work, and understands why he feels so passionate about wanting to go to private school. And he said his little speech about how it makes him feel free and all that stuff. And she was like, okay, listen, we'll give it a try. We'll give it a try for now. And if something pop up, I'm gonna pull your ass out. I said, let him finish his year at the public school and get in touch with his people. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that you don't got people that in the private school, but he feels more in tune and just able to be himself around regular, smuggler, degular people that looks like him. Okay? But that whole conversation between Charlie and Micah, it hit home with me, not in the sense of high school, but when I was going to college and was picking my college and stuff like that. And because, your mama is the one that's holding the purse strings and, doing all that stuff, she kind of, in a way, picked the college that I was going to go to, which was a private white college out here in Chicago, DePaul University. And I wanted to go to a HBCU. I wanted to leave the state and I wanted to go to a HBCU down in Atlanta. I wanted to go to Clark Atlanta University so damn bad, bitch. And she just wasn't having it. And I gave up all the information, and now she's looking back and was like, "Damn, bitch, it would have been cheaper." I said, "Yes, bitch, I would have had a scholarship somehow, some way. It would have been cheaper, girl. Okay, you should have listened to me. Now I'm stuck with all these goddamn fucking loans and shit, bitch." I ain't calling my mama bitch. I'm just making a realization, okay? But yeah, that hit home for me with that one. Um, Speaking of Charlie, Charlie is out and about. She goes meet up with Jacob on his boat. He giving a little background about how his daddy, this was his second love, the daddy was a working class type of dude that loved the water. The mama was the one, was like the belle of the South, who comes from money. She comes from money, okay? And she was the one that was all about the land. And then, he was comparing it to his mother to Charlie's father, how they was all about the land and stuff like that, and trying to make this connection about, how Sam got involved into the whole deal, and the fact that he still wanted to give the people at Queen Sugar Mill, the farmers, the same discount that they were already going to get. And she trying to understand how did that happen, okay? Because of Sam Landry, and she wondering how come he didn't up the price or whatever. And then it was like, well, it's because, or I should say down the price, give them a lower discount instead of the regular one that they was at. Um, Jacob gonna say, well, see, my side of the family, we fought him on that. No, he was like, we fought him on that, and we said it was gonna stand. And she was like, who was we? It was like, my side of the family. We the type of people that keep our words, okay? And you got that 1%, and we do for family. You got that 1%, so now you like family too. The way that he said that, it because he was flirting in the process, it was just so incestuous to me. Okay, I was like, Charlie, you better not fuck around with this little boy. You better not do that, because I really do think he got feelings for her. Okay? And I don't know if he a bad dude right about now, but I know he got real ass feelings for her. And you gonna mess around and get yourself in trouble, because this gonna go one way or the other. We just don't know which way it's gonna go, because he probably be that motherfucker that'll just snap out of it and be like, oh, so you don't want to with me no more? Okay, so bet I'm finna fuck your whole life up. All right, did y'all see how I just censored myself twice? Girl, I'm trying. But anyway, um she comes down to the Yellow Lily, what is it called, Yellow Lily, and the diner. And she was telling everybody about the meal. They see her, they start clapping, because she still got them this deal with being with the Queen Sugar, and making it seem as if she's the one that's running the whole show. And they don't know that Sam Landry is the one that owns the shit. And Remy was there, Remy talking and saying, you doing this and playing your own people. They don't even know that they still working for Sam Landry and all this stuff. And she was like, bitch, it's better to do something than to sit around and just talk about it. And I said, oh. I said, how y'all go from wanting to bang each other's life out to wanting to really just tear each other's throats apart? That was some vitriol that came out of there. I said, I don't like this. I don't like this. And then, they go to a little bar and stuff. Charlie talking to Ralph about everything that's going on and how the plans are, whatever. And, later on, Charlie goes out. She's getting in her car. The car won't start. This little, I don't want to say he Mexican, but this little Latin poppy comes up, and he was like, your battery might be dead. She was like, what? Your battery might be dead. And he popped the trunk, popped the hood or whatever, fixed the little battery. And she was like, thank you. He was like, cool. Don't turn the car off until you get home. And they talking it up or whatever. And he was about to leave. And then she turned back around. He was like, you know what? I'm going to kick myself in the ass if I don't do this right now. So, can I get your number and maybe we can go out? They was talking about some chicken and all this stuff. I said, what you trying to say? But, can I call you sometime? She was like, I mean, okay, you can do that. And he wrote his number down. Okay, I said, oh, don't put it in the phone. Just write that shit down. That's old school. That's old school, yes. So you can't say you ain't got it and it got deleted, bitch. Okay, you wrote that shit down and you threw it away. That's what you can say. But he gave it to her. He was like, my name's Romero. I said, oh, let me tell you something. Charlie ain't had none in a minute, okay? Charlie ain't had none since Queen Sugar started, okay? She ain't had none in a minute, and she been stressed the fuck out, alright? She need to knock some off, okay, with another body. She almost did it with Remy. It just didn't work. They stopped in the process, and they just never got back on fucking track. But baby, she needs to knock some out, and she need to have a cup, because listen, her milkshake is bringing all the men to the yard. She got at least 3 men that's still sniffing up under her now. And cause David still want to hit that. Remy still want to hit that. Well, that is for cause Jacob still want to hit that too, and Romero want to hit that. I said, keep a piece on the side, so just in case. You know what I'm saying? So you can give your hand and your vibrator and them batteries a rest. Okay, there you go. I'm just trying to help a bitch out. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to Ralph. Ralph, my boo, is out here making a difference, setting an example, turning his life around, all in the process of trying to be a good father to a child that ain't even his. Bitch, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so Blue is out here acting the fuck up. We didn't establish that. He needs to be popped, okay? He running around the house. He not doing what he's supposed to do. Then all of a sudden, the parole officer pops up and he was like, listen, so it's this program that's happening and I'm trying to get you in it to suggest that you get off of parole in the next 3 months because you only got 1 year left, but I can probably get you off in the next 3 months if this go through. And then I got some other people that's coming out and they looking for jobs and you saying you hiring some people, whatever, so you can hire them and this can also work in your favor and to also show them that you can come out from a bad situation and see somebody else that's been in their shoes in jail and all this stuff and they made it, and I said, oh, put him on there because we need some good news. That is great. All right, Hollywood and came through and got his check. Okay, Biden got her pies going on and he wanted to celebrate and all that stuff. She was like, baby, we gonna celebrate later, okay? Give you a little shimmy. He said Tina turned 84 and she was like, yes. And I said, y'all better get that shit in. I love it. I love it. So Hollywood called up Ralph and told him what was up and it was like, you ain't have to give me none, but hey, I mean, Blue do need some shoes. They go to the store. Hollywood trying on a new suit, coat or whatever, trying to get suited for a suit or whatever. Blue comes over with these shoes. Oh my God, they light up. Can I get these? Hollywood was like, yeah, you can get them. Hell, you can get 2 pairs. I said, Hollywood, this is where you starting off wrong a little bit for me. I hate when we do this. We get a chunk of change and then we just go buck wild with that shit, okay? I hope it's enough. Don't splurge too much too soon. I mean, it's a couple of shoes, but hey, it is what it is. I'm just saying because he's trying to get everybody else something. But y'all get what I'm saying. Don't fuck your money up that you just got. So, in the process, Blue is over there getting like 15 goddamn pairs of shoes. And Ralph is telling him, no, boo, you can't get that. But I want it and I'm going to get it. Nah, you can't get it. Blue went the fuck off. And then Ralph went to him. Ralph turned into a black mother. You heard what I said. I said you're not finna get these shoes, okay? Don't let me act up in this store where I was like, oh, to the point that the security guard came over there and Hollywood was like, yo, we got this. And then they just bounced. Okay, so of course he had told Charlie that, Blue was acting out or whatever because he missed Darla, his mom and all that shit. But let me just tell you this. Blue better be glad that baby was on parole. And he is trying to be a good human being right about now. Okay? And he don't want that to go back to jail because, you pop your child. These motherfuckers want to just sink back to jail and all that shit. Like, goddamn, just pop the motherfucker. You gonna, lock me up. Lock me up. Because if it would have been my mama, she would have popped us in the goddamn mouth. And she would have told us the same thing that he told us. And she would have snatched up out the snore. If we were gonna get something, we weren't gonna get nothing else. We get in the car, she gonna cuss us out, minus the cuss words, but she gonna give us a stern talking to. And then don't say nothing the rest of the way to the house. Okay? And once we get to the house, we gonna get that ass spanked. Okay? There's a difference between beat and there's a difference between spank. We got that ass spanked, okay? And we just gonna be up in our room crying because this timeout shit is not working. And then later on in the episode, though, Blue comes over there to Ralph while he was over there washing his dishes and shit, and he was like, "Is timeout over with?" And he's like, "Yes, it is." He's like, I'm sorry for being bad earlier. I just don't know. He was like, we act up a little bit, but there's nothing bad about you, Blue. I said, you know what? That conversation could have went a whole nother way. He could have scolded his ass. Yeah, you little shit. You out here doing all this stuff while I'm out here trying to do this for you, and you out here giving me all this hard time. Why do you have to do that? Okay, you need to appreciate. No, he took it to a sweet level and then kissed him on the motherfucking book. I said, y'all see why I love him? We are perfect for each other. Like, that is a man. That is my babe. Anyway, what else went on in this episode? Unfi get approached by that dude at the grocery store trying to pump her head up. I mean, pumps her head up and said, "You see this? Your pie is sold out within, I guess, the first day or whatever, just from word of mouth alone. This area right here, we're going to put you in center stage and we're going to have a sign that says unbiased pies, okay? That's what we're going to have, and I need you to double the order." And so she was like, "Oh my God, okay, cool." So she get her little helper. They up there trying to cook the pies. The ovens ain't working. She was trying to do it at the job. He up there like, "No, bitch, you gonna have to go because this ain't on our time." And then the assistant, she definitely don't work for us. So, of course, he ain't finna be responsible if something happened to her on the job. So she had to go talk to this other lady who was played by Miss Louise, a.k.a. Randall's mama on If Loving You Was Wrong, and had to suck it up and asked her to use their organization oven. She wasn't finna do it up until she heard that, "Well, I'm giving 10% of the profits to your organization." And she was like, "Well, if that's the case, you can go ahead and use it." I'm back, got all that done. Hands hurting and everything. They all excited about this. Micah ready to pull out the camera and be like, "Okay, I'm gonna capture this moment." The whole family going down to the store to see. And she looking like, "Where the fuck the pies at?" Because this is where they did say that it was going to be at, right? They said it was going to be right here, right? Yeah. Got the pies over there in the corner, okay? And she was like, "Ain't this about a bitch?" "No, this ain't, She asked that boy, "Where is the manager? Where's the owner of the store?" "He just left." "Okay, well, you need to call him. You need to ask him to get on the phone. Tell him that Aunt Vi who? Aunt Vi with Aunt Vi pies. Okay, that's who, all right? They started taking her pies, and see, this is when I love when family come together. They took them hostess cakes, removed them, took the pies, and they put them where the hostess cakes was. And then Val went over there to the another aisle, and she had a little breakdown. She was like, I'm trying to start my life at 60 years old, bitch. And what you won't do is fuck me over, okay? I'm trying to live. I said, you know what? I feel you, Val. You better do that shit, bitch. And I just felt really bad. Like, they tried the fuck out of her. Played her for her manual labor, not manufactured and factory labor. Manual fucking labor, okay? I said, trash. Sometimes you can't really fuck with pink toes like that because they untrustworthy. Some of them, okay? But that was really everything that went on, I believe, in Queen Sugar. You guys tell me how you feel about the episode. I'm loving it so far, of course. And it's just about to get better. I could just tell from the previews and stuff. Y'all tell me how y'all felt, and I will see you guys later. Peace.